Alright, before we get started, a quick run through of my perks. I'm using Incisive because the enemies down the nuclear silo are robots. We need armor piercing to take out robots because they have the most armor I've encountered. I'm a melee build, so Incisive is pretty much what I use. I'm using Cola Nut because I've got Cola, and I'm using First Aid because of Stims. That's about it. First step is you need to get a keycard to get past the laser grid, so you need to grab an old ID keycard that they're just lying around pretty much anywhere. I'll show you where one is, and then you need to erase the card, and then you go and scan your biometric data, and then you can come back to this computer and you can imprint that onto the card, and then you go to the other terminals and slide the card and you can get past the laser grid. And then easy as that, you get past the laser grid and onto the next steps. Pretty much attempt to avoid all the side rooms because most of the assaultrons spawn in there and there's not much good loot in there that you need to get. It's unnecessary damage and it wastes time usually, but you're more than welcome to step in. This area always gives you radiation damage until you fix everything in there, so you always have your power armor ready to be equipped because a hazmat suit will let you take too much damage from the robots and you're pretty much guaranteed to die. So you need a even Rad-X with your power armor is like the only way, but I've got Excavator which takes most of it. You'll want to come over to the terminal here and stop the reactor, so then you can start repairing it. And then once you've repaired all the pipes, it takes a bit of time to get used to where they all are, and sometimes they're a bit randomly spawned depending on which silo you go into. And then you, after you finish repairing them all, you come back to the terminal and restart the reactor. It's as quick as you can do it. You can't always trust the markers to tell you what to do next because they get a bit bugged out down in the nuclear silos and you've just got to pretty much figure it out yourself. Now that they're all repaired, we can just simply restart the reactor. Now that you're out of the reactor, you can take off your power armor and not get any more radiation damage, but a weaker character should probably stay in their power armor. Now here's the bit that got me confused for a while. I didn't know what to do. You've just got to destroy all the mainframe cores, and it spawns more than you need to destroy, so that you don't have to destroy every single one, but you've got to destroy the majority of them. Shots and sometimes grenades can do it, but usually you'd just like to press the interact button on them to destroy them. Saves ammo, it's not very hard either. This room right here will really take it out of your armor durability and your health. It does a lot of damage with the turrets. Now you can either slowly take them out or you can just run in with some medics. Medics really help so you don't die. And then you just keep destroying all the cores as quick as you can. As far as I know, this specific Assaultron always spawns at this door. It's not really worth fighting them because they do a lot of damage, and I don't think their loot spawns very good, so I always just avoid them, they take too much. First thing to do in here is you have to take out the sentry bot. He'll really do some damage to you guys if you don't take him out while he's booting up. It's important to note where the Tinkerer's workbench is because you'll need that to get through the door. Now you're going to have to remove all of the damaged mainframe cores, take them back to the Tinkerer's workbench, repair them with some steel and circuits, and then stick them back in, and then you'll be able to access the terminal and open the door. It's worth noting, some undamaged mainframe cores spawn around if you wanted to search for them to save some of your steel and circuits, but it's much quicker to just repair the damaged mainframe cores and stick them back in.
Searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come.
As you can see on top of the Tinkerer's workbench right now, there's an undamaged mainframe core, which means I don't have to repair as many, saving me some circuits and steel.
Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah.
Always remove the turrets in this room or they'll come back to haunt you. Mostly because the objective now is that you're going to have to defend 5 bots and the turrets just target the bots if you haven't destroyed them already. So yeah, I died right here, which was a shame because the Assaultrons were just double lasering, but once you die you can just come back in and everything's still done, you just got to run past the enemies again, so I just ran past everything and came straight back.
Savannah, I'm coming home.
once you've done your sweep for all the turrets, as I just did, you'll come over to the terminal, you go down to the bottom and activate the launch prep. All the other stuff is just about the lore of the missiles and how they can keep reproducing, which is a nice read, but if you're just trying to launch the nuke, just go down straight to the bottom.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time.
At the start, there's only going to be one bot, and as it gets further in, more bots will spawn, which will make the progress go faster. I got lucky, not a lot of enemies spawn, but usually there's heaps. Assaultrons, Gutsies. And that's it, that's all the hard stuff done. Now you just need to stick your nuclear keycard in, and beware, once you've stuck your nuclear keycard in, it's used, and then if you get the code wrong in the numpad, you need another nuclear keycard, so make sure you've stocked up on them. I had 8 on me at the time, and just to show you, as I stick it in, I go down to 7. You can really nuke anywhere except for like the starting areas, but most people nuke White Springs because only ghouls spawn there and most of them are legendary and there's a lot of meat. But if you want to take on the boss, which spawns like a guaranteed high level legendary, then you nuke a fissure site, but usually fissure site prime. But it's a hard battle, you want to have friends or check the server and see how many high level players there are to help you out. And that's it. You've launched a nuke. You destroyed whatever you wanted to destroy. Simple as that. Don't forget to grab the stuff from the steamer trunk. It's got some good ammo and a good gun usually. Now you either just fast travel out to the area you nuked, or you just go through the passage all the way up to the surface.